If you want to become a YouTube influencer in 2025, then I'm going to help you. In this video, I'll show you exactly how you can build a following to become an influencer in 9 easy steps. Let's dive in. Let's start off with the basics. There are 5 different influencer types. First up, we have the nano influencer, who has anywhere between 1,000 to 10,000 subscribers. These are the people who, despite having a smaller audience, tend to have higher levels of engagement. There's the micro influencer, who has 10,000 to 50,000 subscribers. These people often have high engagement rates, typically because their followers are actively engaged with their content. Then we have the mid-tier influencers, who have anywhere between 50,000 to 500,000 subscribers. Their content is often more broad, and they tend to attract both engaged followers and casual fans. Macro influencers are a step below celebrities or public figures. These are people with 500,000 to 1 million followers. And then there's the mega influencers, which can be celebrities or really big public figures with more than 1 million followers. Now that you do understand the different types of influencers, let's get into how you can become one yourself. The first thing you'll need to do is decide on your niche. What are you passionate about? What are your interests? Are there any industries or jobs you've worked in which gives you an advantage? These are the things to think about when deciding on the type of influencer you want to be. If you're into fashion and beauty, you can lean into that. Or if you have knowledge about cooking or gaming, you can brand yourself as that kind of influencer. Whatever you decide on, make sure it's something you're passionate about. Once you've figured out your subject matter, you'll want to take things a step further by digging a little deeper and figure out what kind of content you'll make for your channel. Let's say you love cooking and want to become a cooking influencer. You'll need to figure out what type of cooking content you'll make. Will you focus on how to make vegan meals? Share tips on making meals on a budget? The time you take to define your niche, the easier it will be to figure out who you want to reach. Influencers who are passionate about the content that they're creating are more likely to build strong connections with their audience and create engaged communities around their channels. Next, you'll need to set up your channel. Yes, try and pick a good name for your channel, one that's reflective of the topics that your content will cover. There's a lot of competition out there, so you'll want to be able to stand out as much as you possibly can. Once you've settled in on a name, you can start building your branding around that on your channel. You can customize your channel by adding things like channel art, a trailer, contact info, and playlists. And if you want to learn more about that, then take a look at our guide to starting a YouTube channel, linked in the description below. The third step is about strategy and organization. Successful YouTubers know that posting consistently is crucial to success. To keep your followers interested, you need to know your schedule and when content is going to drop. When creating a calendar, you'll want to decide whether you want to upload weekly, twice a week, or even daily. The more consistent you are with posting, the more likely that your followers will know when they can expect the next piece of content from you. Your calendar can include anything and everything relating to your channel, from tutorials, podcasts, live streams, vlogs, or collaborations. Knowing what you're doing and when will keep things streamlined for you and your audience. Now, you're not going to be a YouTube influencer without understanding this key thing: SEO. You may have heard about using SEO to optimize written content, but optimizing a video is different than optimizing text. When it comes to video, you want to focus on these 4 things to optimize your video for search. First up, we have conducting keyword research. After identifying the relevant keywords for your content, you'll need to make sure you use them in your video titles, description, audio, and hashtags. Up next are thumbnails. The more appealing and eye-catching your thumbnail, the more likely viewers are gonna click on your video. So take some time to create thumbnails that are engaging enough and draw in your audience. Now on to 3. You'll want to make sure your video has a transcript and closed captions for people to follow. Not only does this make your videos more accessible, it also allows your keywords to reappear throughout the video. 4. With everyone constantly being glued to their phones, you want to optimize your content to be mobile friendly. 63% of YouTube viewing worldwide comes from mobile views. So this means that if your videos aren't mobile friendly, there's a chance that a large audience may be missing out on viewing your content. Now, with this next step, you don't want to solely rely on YouTube's algorithm to grow your audience and help you reach that influencer status. Instead, you should start thinking about using your other social platforms to promote your YouTube channel, like Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and even LinkedIn. You can then create videos where you publish sneak peeks of upcoming videos on other platforms to drive and direct to your channel. You can then also create the behind the scenes content for upcoming videos. Viewers tend to look to influencers for a personal connection and love seeing the reality that goes on into creating and the creation of their content. So the more connected you can make your audience feel to your life, then the better. Now, as your subscribers are growing, it's important to start thinking about how you're going to maintain a relationship with them. As you continue creating high quality content, the more viewers will want to engage with your videos. The comment section is a fantastic way to engage with your viewers. Use it to respond back to any comments they left, or you can make your own comment if you'd like to ask for feedback or thoughts on something mentioned in your video. You can also actively encourage your viewers to subscribe and share your content. The more you engage with your audience, the more likely they are to stay engaged with your channel. Joining the YouTube Partner Program is a great way to make some money and monetize your content once you've got a good cadence and following going. The YouTube Partner Program, also known as YPP, allows creators to earn a share of the advertising revenue from their videos. So when your viewers start watching your content, then there's money generated from the ads that play in them, and that then is divided between the creator and YouTube. To qualify, you do not have to meet certain criteria. All you need is at least 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours in the last 12 months, or have at least 10 million valid public shorts views in the last 90 days. Another important aspect of becoming a YouTube influencer is forming relationships with brands. So the next step is to identify the brands you want to work with, and you don't need to wait until you have 1 million subscribers to do so. In fact, 90% of marketers say they prefer working with micro influencers rather than macro influencers or celebrities. So how do you reach them? Well, you'll need to start by including links to products you use and recommend. You can then even join Amazon's influencer program to make money through affiliate marketing. Over time, as your channel grows, brands may notice you promoting their products and hopefully approach you about partnerships. There's also the option of reaching out to brands directly. Take some time to do your research on who is best to approach. Then reach out via email or social media and send them a pitch about why you'd be a great fit to work with them. Remember to only pitch to brands you'd be proud to represent and that match the niche you're in and the values you stand for. Now, this next and last step is super important. You want to always create room for improvement, which is where analytics comes in. Start making a habit of looking carefully at your YouTube analytics. They'll give you so much information about your content. It'll tell you about the demographic of your audience, your average watch time, engagement rate, amount of subscribers, and how many people actually watch your videos. Based on your analytics, try and look at the patterns to see which videos perform the best for you and which format works the best for you. Then begin replicating those qualities in your content moving forward. This will help to build the performance and reach you're looking for. I also suggest looking into the publishing days and times that get the most traction from your audience and stick to those to maintain the momentum. Get clarity on the video titles that get the most views and make sure you keep the same format, topics, and word count moving forward. So there you have it, the first steps into building your platform as a successful YouTube influencer. There's a lot there to get started on, but if you take your time and work your way through the steps, you'll be building an exciting new venture and taking steps into becoming part of a huge growing market. And if you like this video, don't forget, please leave a comment, like, and share. I'll see you on the next one.